Alright, so I've recently been seeing a lot of people on Twitter, YouTube, Discord, and even in some of my comment sections saying that for Sonic X Shadow Generations, they are completely rewriting the original Sonic Generations by redoing the dialogue and possibly even making it more serious in tone. But I just have to ask, why? Why do we think that this game is all of a sudden getting a new story? What prompted this? Well, back when Summer Game Fest happened, Sega put up the official website for Sonic X Shadow Generations. And on that website, it stated that there would be reworked cutscenes. And, yeah, that's really the only official quote-unquote proof to back up this claim that Generations is getting rewritten. And if you ask me, I think it's pretty obvious that what they mean by reworked cutscenes is, well, a visual bump. The cutscenes in the OG game look very compressed and low resolution, not to mention the audio just sounds terrible, probably due to the compression, and it's pretty safe to assume that's going to be fixed in the re-release. But no, I guess people looked at this and thought, oh yeah, the game is getting a new story. Like, how? And then like a couple of days ago, this one Twitter user was just saying how Sonic Generations was getting rewritten by Ian Flynn, but there was no source provided for this claim, as Ian Flynn is only confirmed to be writing Shadow Generations. And from this user's replies on the same post, it's clear that they weren't really being serious about this and it was just some kind of joke, you know, just an everyday thing on Twitter. But this got way too out of hand as people started treating this as a fact. What's even funnier is that there was a quote tweet by a user that goes by Ace Super, clearly just making a joke about this, acting like they know something, you know, just a harmless joke. And even if it isn't a joke and this person somehow actually knows something, they're not providing any evidence or sources or anything like that. So either way, they're not credible. But some people use this tweet as proof that Generations is getting rewritten, including some other Sonic tubers that made full-ass videos on Shadow Generations leaks, and the leak in question was a Twitter joke post, it seems. Ace Super even came out and said that they aren't a leaker. So with all of that in mind, I think it's pretty safe to say that no, Sonic Generations is not getting a story rewrite, at least not right now. There are no credible leaks or any official confirmation. To me, this just seems like a huge misinterpretation of what Sega means by reworked cutscenes. Is a rewrite possible? Sure, I guess, but again, there's no proof at all, at least not yet. Okay, so now time for the opinion segment of this video. Do I want them to rewrite Sonic Generations? Well, I feel like a lot of people dislike the story of Sonic Generations due to the more lighthearted nature of the game. The game's story is 100% not meant to be taken seriously, and for what it is, I feel like it gets the job done. Generations is not really a game that needs an emotional and serious story like Unleashed or Black Knight, because it just wouldn't fit the overall fun and bubbly tone of the game. So no, I don't really want them to go back and make the story more serious, because I don't think it would fit. Now, I've also seen some people bring up the fact that, well, maybe they'll change some of Generations' story to fit with Shadow Generations, and while I can see where you're coming from, that just feels really cheap, if you get what I'm saying. When making an expansion for any game, really, your number one priority should be to make it make sense with the already existing story. Specifically, their job should be to make Shadow Generations fit with base Generations, not the other way around. Shadow Generations can have its serious story and whatnot, and that's fine. They can do whatever they want with it because that's the new content. But the new content should not interfere with the old content, if that makes any sense. They can connect Shadow Generations with Sonic Generations just fine, and I feel like they're already doing that by having those crossover moments Azuka talked about. The last thing I've seen people bring up is, what if they just change the dialogue to make it more serious in tone? Yeah, no, that would actually be pretty awful if you ask me. The more serious tone of Frontiers worked in that scenario because that game had an overall more, you know, somber and melancholy tone. Generations doesn't have that at all. If they give Sonic more serious lines and make his voice deeper, that would be pretty jarring if you ask me. Now, I know some people are going to bring this up, but it seems that Omochao has new voice lines, and I think it's pretty obvious why he has new voice lines. You know, this version of Generations is going to have significantly different controls compared to the original release, so Omochao telling you to press the square button to boost wouldn't make sense, because that's not the boost button anymore. So no, I don't think this automatically means that the other characters are getting new dialogue as well. I think this is a special case. So yeah guys, I just wanted to talk about this whole thing and give my opinions on it, and I would love to hear your thoughts as well. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And also, I'm going to plug the Discord server yet again because the Sonic X Shadow Generations giveaway ends in like a little less than 20 days, I think. So join up if you haven't yet. But that's all for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.